All right, so it's time to wrap up this module. In this video, I'll address the rest of the virtualization concepts. That is the configuration and resource assignments plus virtual I/O. Now, I've mentioned that the HMC, or NovaLink, is used to create the LPAR configuration. And I talked about processor concepts. But how do you configure the processors into the LPAR? And what about memory on the LPAR? Well, it's quite simple. Again, it's done in the HMC, usually as part of a simple wizard. Processors and memory are configured as a quantity. So what's left? Well, we haven't talked about I/O in an LPAR in any detail, and I won't go into a lot of detail, but let me explain the key concepts. Now, LPARs can have physical adapters assigned directly, kind of like the idea of a dedicated processor versus the shared processor pool, but this is incompatible with a cloud implementation. And since my focus in this specialization is on cloud management and enablement, I'll simply say that the physical adapter assignments are possible and can be sensible when the full capacity and performance capability of the physical adapter is required. So that brings me to I/O virtualization. And I want to do that using a summary graphic for all that I've discussed in this module. Now, while there's a lot of good information in this graphic, focus on the two virtual I/O servers, or VIOS boxes, in the orange on the right side. Now, these are two LPARs running AIX, configured for availability, serving shared virtualized I/O to the Linux, AIX, and IBM I LPARs to the left of them. Now, I said it's running AIX. In reality, it's running a modified version of AIX. It's the VIOS operating system, but its underlying operating system is AIX. Now, the virtual adapters bus that is shown in the blue inside the hypervisor's box is actually the hypervisor transferring I/O processing between the LPARs and the VIO server, or VIO servers. The hypervisor does this by recognizing a pair of virtual adapters, yes, virtual adapters, client virtual adapters in the LPARs and server virtual adapters in the VIO server. The server virtual adapters are then associated with the shared physical adapters in the VIO server. So conceptually, this is really pretty simple, right? Configuration and application is quite simple too. The virtual adapters are defined in, you guessed it, the HMC or NovaLink, and the hypervisor basically takes care of the rest. So let me close on this same graphic. Now, as you see, this is just an expansion of the original graphic I showed at the beginning of the module, where a big box was divided into small boxes. We've added processor and memory virtualization, I/O virtualization, and the HMC or NovaLink to tie it all together. I hope this has helped you to see the workings and maybe some of the benefits of running workloads on Power System servers. In coming videos, we'll continue to look at the Linux operating system on Power, reinforcing the skills necessary to become a proficient Linux administrator on Power.